Hi there, I'm going to show you just a quick review of how to do two different bedroom styles and how to start adding furniture. If you would like to do I call the Van Gogh style for his bedroom at Arles, it shows the three walls. What you see right down the middle is going to be the back center wall. So when I do this, I am using a straight edge and I am making a rectangle, as you can see. All right, and from here, don't worry about little edges and things. That's why we start with a pencil. From here, I'm going to go ahead and take each corner and make a diagonal line toward the corner of the page. So if you can picture this in your mind and visualize it, I have now created this side wall. For example, in Van Gogh's bedroom at Arles, this is his door right here. Okay, this is the back wall. He has a bed here, a window, a nightstand, chair, and then over here, another chair. So as I complete these, you can hopefully see, we see a little bit of ceiling. If you're doing yours this way, maybe you'd show a light up here, and whatever else is on the floor and on the walls. Okay, so that's one way. Another way is to show just a corner of the room. And this might be a little more simple. You're just gonna kind of pick an area that you'd like to show. So what I often do is decide on where I want to make the wall and the floor meet, okay? Usually like to show a good amount of floor and a good amount of wall. So not quite halfway, I like to go a little below halfway. Also notice I'm off to the side. I will show part of one wall, but maybe more of another. So you can decide on that. Again, just position a little dot. The first line I make is just gonna be straight up and down, like that. Okay, this ruler is very old, it's got bent up edges. And then my next line is gonna be another straight line going across, horizontal. Okay, this is gonna be the larger wall that we see, okay, of the two. Now again, everything below is the floor. Now to show that distance, again, the perspective of it, how we see things, I'm gonna make this at an angle. See how I took that dot and went straight to the corner? So now we have the side wall, the back wall, and the floor. Okay, after you've made a room that you like, the next step is to add the larger items, okay? Like for example, is there a window or a door somewhere? All right, let's say that there is a door on this wall. So continue using your straight edge and add that in. Now, one thing you're gonna notice, if you wanna get fancy here, remember how we talked about things that are further away are gonna start to get smaller, even in a small bedroom space, okay? That's why this is at an angle. It's angling towards the distance. If the side here is going towards the distance, you're probably gonna wanna make the top do that too, to a degree, okay? So make that at an angle, and there we go. I'll talk about furniture being at an angle in just a minute. If you're making a bed that is against the wall, like Van Gogh's, think about where the bottom has to be on the ground, right? You're not gonna make the bottom leg of the bed here because that wouldn't make sense. Okay, so no matter what, the back part of the bed and the bottom of any piece of furniture, okay, even if it's not a bed, go ahead and make sure it's on the floor, okay? And then decide how much space is this gonna take up. I don't know what your bed looks like. Maybe it doesn't even have a headboard, or maybe it's a loft, but I'm just going to show you a really basic kind of curvy shape there. Bring that down. Okay, so if that is the headboard and the bed is coming towards us, think about the angles that you're going to see. Just like in Van Gogh's, you could show that the bed is slightly smaller on this side than it is here, and you could have it go bigger. So let's say I do want to show that. So maybe I'll make the back of the bed larger. See, it's gonna be this. This is, we call this the foot of the bed. There we go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do another little arch to kind of match. But see, it's bigger. See that? Now, don't worry about this. This is obviously a part that's getting overlapped of the floor. Again, that's why we work in pencil. You can always erase and eventually color it in to get rid of those lines. And then, you know, this might even just cut off the page. So two different sizes, right? And then go ahead and just, you know, make an angled line toward the back, the headboard, I should say. Okay, there's that. And same thing, if this is where it about stops, go ahead and make, you know, here's my pillow. Maybe some little stuffed animals, right? These are all the things that really are fun to add that you can do later. Always draw lightly, because even if you aren't making mistakes, you just might decide later to add something over an area and then you need to erase, right? So now we're seeing a bed that's going further towards the distance. This side of the bed is slightly smaller than this. Okay, and all I had to do was add these angles and make these two things two different sizes. Okay, pretty cool. If it is just like a nightstand, a dresser, a table, same thing. You probably want to, again, make the bottom touch the ground and go ahead and add the legs of the table or the nightstand or whatever it is, bookshelf, I don't know, dresser. Maybe there's a little shelf here. Okay, I'm guessing there'd be 4 legs, so same thing. Go ahead and make the other 2 that are behind it. I like using a straight edge for all of these furniture pieces. Okay, if you just want to try and do it freehand, that's fine. I always tell kids too, if you don't have a ruler, even just a scrap of paper. Watch this. I'm going to make just real quick here. Maybe there's a special poster on the wall or a picture frame hanging. I am just using a scrap of paper here to draw this. And I'm making a nice straight picture frame, okay? And there we are. All right, real quick, let's just talk about that other setup. If we're gonna add furniture here, and if it's something that is on the side of the wall that angles, okay? So maybe we're just gonna see a little part of the bed in this one. Maybe it'll just cut off the page, but it'll be against this wall. So if it is against this wall, same thing. Go ahead and start with a headboard or whatever your bed might have. Okay, so there's that. That's the back of it. And then, same thing as before, you're gonna probably need to angle your mattress and all of those things. If the floor angles, then you should also have bed angle. See that? I just kind of did lines that go in the same direction towards the middle. I didn't have any other specific guidance there. I just kind of angled it this way. All right, because that's the direction the wall goes in. And then you can do, it's a 3D shape. Go ahead and add the sides and so on. That could be the bottom. Just make sure no matter what, just like I said on the last one, it should have, the furniture pieces should touch the floor somewhere, okay? You can kind of see how that could start to come together. There's a pillow, it's the side. And then anything that's straight ahead, like let's say, I'm just gonna, for the sake of showing you on the same thing, let's say there is a bed that is just against the wall. That might be an easier method for you if you're confused about the angled lines. So let's say this is just the bed here. It doesn't quite have the same effect with perspective. You know what, I don't know why I did the pillow that way. We'll just make that a lump. So instead of doing the angled lines, this is the bed and it's just against the wall. And that's fine. If that's where you're at and that's what you want to show the 4 legs and so on, okay? So 2 different ways to go about things. All right, have fun, good luck. Oh, and once all the furniture and big things are out of the way, yeah, just get more and more detailed with all the special little things that make your space your own. Good luck.